So after the Unite the Right rally, there was a lot of discussion going on about the placement and removal of Confederate statues, Confederate flags, anything reminiscent of the Civil War era. And people in Durham, North Carolina decided to take things into their own hands, and this is what happened. That was so embarrassing, man. Like, did you see when they were kicking it? Stupid statue. Mad at you. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, Confederate statues need to be taken down, and they're best left for museums where history is, not gonna have an opinion one way or the other. So we can all go back and look at maybe a Confederate flag in a museum, but there's no need to be flying this shit in front of Capitol buildings and state parks. I can't even imagine how many Robert E. Lee parks there are in the South. I mean, even in Dallas, Texas, the mayor's I think maybe the mayor is talking about getting rid of any Confederate era statues. But I mean, it was just so odd seeing him. Like, first of all, the cops were apparently they're watching them do this, and just let this happen, maybe as to not interfere. Apparently the cops haven't been doing great jobs this weekend at all. But yeah, you can't just vandalize things and think that you are doing the moral thing. There's ways to go about it. If the majority of people in a city, for instance, don't want it there, then you go to a city council meeting, you talk about it, you talk to the mayor, you show him your grievances, point to, how it can be divisive and not necessary for it to be standing there, and then have it taken down through, I'm going to sound like a grandpa here, but, through professionals, because somebody could have very easily gotten hurt. I mean, that thing was not light. And, I mean, I guess the only advice I have for him is next time you go to a statue toppling, wear some steel-toed boots. Because it looks like they were hurting themselves a little bit. I mean, that was hard to watch. And, yeah, so this is just such a crazy weekend. We have that awful thing that happened in Charlottesville, and now in Durham you have this stupid, nobody got hurt. It's an old statue I could give two shits about, really. Like, it's the principle of tearing it down without doing it the right way, because whenever you break the law, you make your cause look illegitimate, even if it's not something your group expressly did. For instance, Antifa, like the anti-fascists, who are ironically totally fascist themselves. Like, if you go and look at what a fascist is, they will silence your speech through any means necessary, even violence. Sounds pretty fascist to me. They appeal to authority figures, so most of them are anarcho-communists. So you get a lot of weird Karl Marx, Stalin, who's the other guy? I'm blanking right now, but it's just a nonsense. It's such a self-defeating purpose. We're gonna stop violence through violence. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. Dude, people are so dumb. But, you can't talk sense into everybody. And I'm sure some of these kids will finally grow up and learn that, violence isn't the answer. Property destruction isn't the answer. If you want to be civil disobedient or just do a display of civil disobedience, you can cause problems for other people. You just can't hurt other people. It's perfectly okay if you want to be show civil disobedience and sit in a diner when segregation's going on, and when they tell you to get out, you don't go anywhere, but you just sit there. That's civil disobedience. Marching through a street, even though that's going to be something that's going to be talked about more. That's inconveniencing others to share your message, and it's not always a bad thing. It can be, but when you break things, when you riot, when you loot, whether it's throwing trash cans through windows or tearing down statues, you're gonna make your cause look bad. And you're just giving ammo to the other side. So think before you do stuff, man. Especially in such a time. These people are gonna get arrested, and they deserve to. They all deserve to go to jail. Every person who helped pull that statue down, they broke the law. The law. I hate to be one of those it's the law type of people, but yeah, that's one of the few laws that I don't really give exceptions for. Property destruction is property destruction. Even if it's public property, there's ways to get public property removed. You can file a grievance. You can do it a much smarter way instead of making yourselves and your cause look like childish idiots who kicked the fucking thing when they were spitting on it too. That was pretty hilarious. So anyways, if you like what I do, please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see all you fuckers later. Peace out.